You will hear two friends discussing the effect of globalization on languages. For questions 1 to 5, decide whether the opinions are expressed by Catherine, Donald, or whether both speakers agree. Write B if both speakers agree, C for Catherine, D for Donald.
So, what did you think of the article? Frightening, isn't it? To think that half the languages on the planet could be extinct by the end of the century. And it looks likely that in the future we'll all be speaking the same language. A global language which would destroy individualism the world over.
Well, it says that might be one possible outcome, and while I believe a single global language would practically wipe out cultural diversity, I don't see it actually happening. I mean, do you really think the countries where the main languages are spoken would let theirs die out in favor of one of the other big languages? I can't really imagine the people of England or Spain speaking Japanese or vice versa, can you? They'll no doubt do everything they can to protect their languages.
Oh, I don't dispute that. But it still doesn't help the thousands of indigenous ethnic languages that are at risk. And without help, their culture and knowledge will be lost forever. And we need that knowledge. The areas where the languages are most endangered are also the areas where biodiversity has been diminishing. We can't afford to let that continue. Some of these people are the only ones who know how to halt the changes that are happening in the local environments.
But they're taking steps to address that. Projects such as the one cited in the article are in the process of recording those languages for posterity and making note of their knowledge and traditions so that the language and the information its speakers provide won't disappear. Plus, it makes it all more accessible to the rest of the world. In a time of global expansion, the information these projects are collecting may prove to be invaluable. I can't see a downside to learning more.
Nor me, but this global expansion is probably the root cause of all the problems. Globalization has a lot to answer for. Advancements in technology have meant that we can go almost anywhere, but migration comes at a cost. And I'm not just talking about migration into the countries that are suffering, but also migration of the peoples living there who leave these small communities to find work. This all results in cultures and languages suffering. If there's no one left to learn them, they'll die out. We have to stop that happening.
But globalization may be the saving grace of these languages. As we learn more about them, there's more chance that other countries and cultures will assist in their preservation. There are other languages that have been saved from extinction. Look at Welsh or Irish Gaelic. Their speakers wouldn't let them disappear, and they made a concerted effort to save them. I mean, really, the only people who can save these endangered languages are the people who use them. They have to be reminded how precious they are. We can't do it for them, but we can help them to help themselves.